Another day, another chunk read. The hunt in the Iliad for heart references continued today for me. Today is Friday, 8 May 2026, and I am Tanis, hers of Seattle. And inspired by my cardiology self-experimentation, here I, Tanis, hers of Seattle, talk through a few heart references in the Iliad by Homer. Pages 191 through 240, initial text by Homer, approximately 8th century BC, specific book/edition, The Iliad by Homer, translated by W.H.D. Rouse, 2007, Signet Classics edition, paperback, ISBN in the video description. These are parts of my notes from reading The Iliad by Homer for the first time. I read pages 191 through 240 today, Friday, 8 May 2026 AD, the same day I am filming this. And so I typed up my notes, and here we go. I'm wearing, my two dominant focuses of the past approximately 9 years, heavy. I've been blood pressure and blood glucose, and so in honor of red blood cells, I'm wearing red. All right, watch out for that hemoglobin, yo. Okay. So here we go. I watched out for heart stuffs, invoking art of war style/approach. Page 191, breastplate used for protection from an arrow. They knew the breast was important enough for armor. Page 195, follow with all our hearts, end quote, is used to communicate intent/commitment with context of staying true in an intent, even if lacking in physical bodily strength. Page 196, quote, army took heart at the omen, end quote, morale boost from an eagle high in the sky. Page 199, quote, that you may give the enemy their heart's desire, end quote, comes across as an observation with an interpretation that shows the lack of understanding of the speaker of the situation. Page 199, quote, you have cut me to the heart by that cruel reproach, end quote. Heart by what is said/heard. Page 200, quote, cruel heart, used when, the term is cruel heart, quote unquote, used when Achilles does not act/react as the speaker and or person being spoken to is interpreted as wanting. Page 201, acting with all of one's heart comes with constraints, individual's capability, doability, that kind of thing. Page 202, physical items kept by a woman's bosom to help in confidence building once put there. Quote, I do not think you will fail in winning your heart's desire, end quote. Page 204, sight, heart, and sex may have dependencies on each other. Quote, when he saw her, what love filled his heart. He felt then, as he did when they first mingled in love, that time when they had gone to bed and their parents knew nothing about it, end quote. Page 204, heart can feel floods in terms of heart emotions, such as love/falling in love. Quote, no love of goddess or woman has ever come over me like this in a flood and possessed my heart, end quote. Page 211 to 212, so pages 211 to 212. Temper and talking of wicked things are tied to being a, quote, hard-hearted tyrant, end quote. Page 216, quote, their heart sank down to their heels, end quote. Heart emotion can have a plunging feeling sensation. Page 217, quote, he melted their hearts within them and they forgot their courage, end quote. A feeling of the heart can be fleeting. Page 223, quote, took all the hearts out of the Achaeans as their hope of victory faded, end quote. Hope in the heart can be lost. Page 223, quote, so the Achaeans' hearts were torn within them, end quote. Heartbreak described as a heart torn. Page 226, quote, brave hearts, end quote. In the context of soldiers into fight without resupply areas near, with no place to retreat, are in a foreign land and no reinforcements coming. Page 227, quote, a grudge in my heart, end quote. Grudge is held in the heart. Page 227, quote, heart, end quote, paired with cruelty and being offspring of a particular sea and rock. Page 228, quote, feel bitter grief in my heart, end quote, grief in the heart/heart emotion. Page 231, speech progression. Author introduces a, quote, poisonous bile is in your heart, end quote, following, quote, hard-hearted, end quote, and before, quote, stout heart, end quote. Perhaps this would correlate to bad blood of modern terminology, the plasma component of blood. Page 232, quote, make bold the heart in him, end quote. A heart can be made to be bold. Page 237, location of heart and breast enclosed in something across multiple entries. Quote, he struck where the midriff encloses the beating heart, end quote, to later paragraph with, quote, set foot on his breast and pulled out the spear, bringing the midriff with it, end quote. Page 237, heart references other than location are spatter in the passage like spattered blood, including, quote, strong-hearted creature groans in his death, end quote, to, quote, strong heart of the Lycian warrior struggled with death, end quote, to, quote, now let dreadful war be your heart's desire, end quote, to, quote, heard these last words with bitter pain, his heart was wrung that he could not help, end quote. Page 238, quote, knew it in his heart, end quote, knowing with heart /depth, knowing with heart depth / founding. Page 238, quote, let your hearts be moved with indignation, end quote. A heart could be moved / appealed to with indignation. Page 238, quote, great heart, end quote, tied with rousing voice, quote, rousing voice, end quote. So I'll link in the video description to a few of the other videos I've done for this, for heart references. This is the third now. There was a lot today, and a link to a few related playlists, and then a video where I talked about seeing 2004 film Troy, so which was about the Battle of Troy, and this book is about the Battle of Troy as well. So there we go. That's a few heart references in the Iliad by Homer, pages 191 through 240, 2007, Signet Classics edition.